Let's go live to the former Deputy Prime Minister Michael McCormack. He's the member for Riverina, joins us today, as he does regularly. Michael, thanks for your time. On this prospect of a compromise, Matt Canavan's fired up. He doesn't think there should be any sort of hint of a compromise on that superannuation tax. What's your view?
Yeah, no compromise, no deals. Why would we just roll over for Labor to put in an unfair tax when we just know they get this through, what's going to be next? And the thing is, whilst $3 million to a lot of Australians might seem a lot in their superannuation, over time, $3 million, honestly, in superannuation will not be worth a lot. You think of the prices of things 10, 15, 20 years ago, and, you know, $3 million is not going to be a lot of money for those self-funded retirees going forward, and for farmers who are asset-rich and very, very cash-strapped, cash-poor. Why is it right that their farms increase in price? What are they supposed to do? Hive off a paddock, sell a paddock every year just to pay this unrealised capital gains? It's not right. The Nationals won't cop this, and we won't be agreeing to it.
So if there were to be a compromise on the issue of unrealised gains, taxing unrealised gains, or dealing with that other point that you made, $3 million down the track won't be that much. If it's indexed, are those true red lines?
Yeah.
If they're dealt with, is there room then for potential compromise?
No, I don't believe so. Look, Labor loves taxes. They just love taxes. They're spending so much money on things that, honestly, is not benefiting the national interest. And why would the coalition, trying to be a credible opposition, why would we agree to a slug on the people we represent, on the people who farmers, on self-funded retirees, and 80,000 people? That'll grow to a lot more, let me tell you, Kieran. This is not a good tax. It's not a good policy. I've done any number of speeches on this. The number of people who approached me during the election and said, stop this insidious tax, it's like franking credits 2.0, quite frankly.
Well, is that something you can all unify behind then? I know I spoke to Tim Wilson earlier in the week. He said it's the most unfair tax in history, is the way he put it. Is this something that the coalition can unify behind and argue against as you try to rebuild?
Well, I hope so. The Liberals and the Nationals working as one, a united force against a bad tax. There you go. Who would have thought a week ago, Kieran?
Well, that's nice to hear, isn't it? It's all peace now. We can smoke the peace pipe, as they say. But let's talk about the demand from the United States. They want Australia to spend more, up to 3.5% of GDP. Should we?
Well, we should work towards that. I mean, Labor's increase has been delayed until 2033 for defence spending, and we should. I mean, remember Labor, when they came in last time, back in 2010, they dropped spending levels per GDP to 1938 levels, and everybody knows what happened in 1939. I mean, Labor's not going to spend more on defence when it can spend more on climate and other things, quite frankly, but they should, because the defence of our nation is serious. The defence of our nation is first order of government, and we have to make sure that our borders are safe. We have to make sure in this volatile world that we are ready, that we are prepared. The price of peace is eternal vigilance. I'm in a military city. We train every one of the recruits who come through the Australian Army at Kapuka, which is not far from where I'm coming from here today, Kieran. And the home of the soldier, Blamey Barracks, we've got a Navy base, believe it or not, even though we're hundreds of kilometres from the nearest drop of seawater. And we've got an Air Force base, which is spent any given time in the Royal Australian Air Force. You'll end up at Forest Hill at Wagga Wagga. So we're very proud of being a military city, but the numbers of military coming through are declining. That's on Labor's watch. Our defence readiness has declined, and that's on Labor's watch. Yes, they should be spending more. 3.5%, it's a big ask. It's many, many billions of dollars over what we're spending now. But Pete Hegseth is correct when he says we need to be better prepared.
We're going to go to the Treasurer shortly, but I want to get your thoughts on that GDP number. Anemic growth, the Treasurer says any growth is welcome at the moment, given the uncertainty internationally. What do you say?
Yeah, anemic and the Treasurer, they do belong in the same sentence. I mean, what we've seen is GDP slump because Labor's not paying attention to what it should be. The levers of the economy that they can pull to increase the amount of goods being produced in the economy, to get our balance of payments right. Labor's just dropped the ball on every which way, Kieran. Not good enough. We'll keep them accountable. They need to do a lot better.
We could see another rate cut, though. That would be welcome, I'm sure, by many of your constituents.
Yeah, true that. Yes. Any rate cut for those home buyers is always going to be welcome. But again, what we've seen with Labor, inflation, rate rises, for 3 and a bit years now, they've been pretty ordinary. Yes, they've been re-elected, I get that, but they don't have a mandate to just roll through taxes and roll through renewables right across countryside, which is taking up arable farmland. That's another topic we can discuss later, but it's not a good government. They're worrying times, and we need to do a whole lot better as a nation. We're sitting on the world's best resources, the most resources. We should be implementing them and making sure we use everything to our advantage.